Guys, welcome back to my channel. So let's go ahead and get started with this sexy pirate makeup look for Halloween. This is just kind of like a last minute little Halloween makeup tutorial, so I hope you guys enjoy it. The very first thing that I am doing is I am taking my e.l.f. mineral infused face primer, and I'm taking a good amount of this on my clean face and rubbing that in so that way our face is nice and smooth for all of the concealer, foundation, bronzer, contouring that we are going to be doing in this look. And while that is sitting onto my face and sinking in, we are going to do something with this hair. So when I thought of pirate, I thought of really long, really kind of messy, big hair. So for that, I'm going to be using my Irresistible Me Volume Vixen hair extensions, and I think I applied a total of 4 clips in my hair and just kind of clipped them in wherever I needed the most volume and whatever would look good in my little pirate hat. So I'm just kind of brushing them out, clipping them in, and you know, all that good stuff. And as you can see, this makes my hair look a lot more full and of course longer, which is like definitely what I think about when I think of a pirate. Moving back to my face, I'm going to be using my Tarte Maracuja Creaseless Concealer, and on a e.l.f. concealer brush, I'm just going to be putting this over top of my blemishes. And a really cool thing that I like about this concealer is it kind of has an orangey yellowy tone to it, so it really kind of blocks out that redness that I get from my blemishes, and the coverage is really good. So that is what I am using there. For my foundation, I'm actually mixing 2. I'm using my Kat Von D Lock It Tattoo foundation and my Maybelline Dream Liquid Mousse foundation. The Kat Von D is for the coverage and the Maybelline one is for the color, so it matches better. And I'm just mixing that up with a foundation brush, and then after I have it all over my skin evenly, I'm just going to be going through and packing that with a beauty blender, just kind of pouncing it into my skin so we get a very nice, flawless, matte, full coverage. After you have your foundation fully on your face, we are going to use some powder. I'm just going to be using my Rimmel London Stay Matte Powder. This is, as you guys know, one of my favorites. So on just a little kabuki brush, I'm just going to be packing this over top of the foundation. That way it stays in place all day while we are fighting our battles on our ship, because we are the captain of that bitch. Moving on to bronzer, I'm going to be using my NARS Laguna bronzer, and be careful because this is highly pigmented. Look at the huge mistake I made on my forehead there. Like, I was like having a mini heart attack, but it's fine. We got it all blended out, so nothing to worry about. But it is very highly pigmented, and I'm just using this to kind of warm up my face in the temples and on my cheeks. Then I'm going to be using my City Color Contour Effects palette, and on my e.l.f. contour brush, I'm going to be putting this in the hollows of my cheeks to give my face a really kind of sharp, contoured, sexy look. After I have everything all contoured, I'm kind of buffing that upwards in an upward motion, obviously with a brush. And then we are going to attempt baking. And for that, I'm going to be using my Le Beau Cosmetic pearl powder. And it's very translucent and very light, so I figured this would be a good powder to quote-unquote bake with. I'm not really into the whole baking thing, but I figured, hey, what the hell, might as well give it a try. So I'm just placing that underneath the contour and letting it sit there, have a little coffee break, and then we can work on the brows. So I was gonna do like an in-depth how I do my eyebrows in this part, but I actually don't have an eyebrow pencil. I completely ran out of one, so I'm using black eyeliner for my eyebrows. It's very tragic and I need to get an eyebrow pencil stat, but you know, whatever. And then after your brows are done, we can finally wipe away that bake, which is just supposed to make your contour line look extra sharp. Then we can move on to the eyeballs, and for that, shocker, I'm using my Melt Dark Matter makeup palette stack. I use this literally every single tutorial and all the time during fall. So I'm taking the second lightest color, or the second whatever color, I don't know, it's called Unseen, and I'm sweeping this into the crease. And then on the eyelid, I'm using this Mary Kay signature eye color eyeshadow, and this is called Cinnabar. I have had this for years. It's been one of my all-time favorite Mary Kay products, and one of the first Mary Kay products that I have ever owned, and I love this eyeshadow. It's just a really beautiful brown auburn shade, and I'm just sweeping that onto the eyelid. All of these clips are so like compacted together that I feel like I'm talking at a million miles an hour, so if this sounds completely unorganized, I am so sorry. Moving on to the Dark Matter palette, again, I am taking Enigma, which is the red shadow, and sweeping that in the very outer parts of my eye, just to give this kind of a very reddish, brown, smoky eye, and I wanted to add some black, and here's where I fucked up everything. I took Dark Matter and I put some on my brush, and I just wanted a little tiny bit in the outer corner, and I completely, didn't even think about how pigmented this was and put way too much on. So if you don't want your eyes to be super black, make sure you pay attention to the pigmentation because it'll sneak up on ya. So after attempting to blend that out really as best as I could, I used my Wet n Wild gel eyeliner and did a very long, very dramatic, thick cat eye, and leaving the tape on there so it matches our eyeshadow edge as well when we do remove the tape. Moving on underneath my eyes, I'm using this LA Colors Jumbo Eye Pencil in the color Sunglasses, and I am just packing like a ton of this shit on my waterline and lower lash line, and then I'm going back in with my eyeshadow brush that we use, the black eyeshadow, and started buffing that out to make it super smoky. And then to add a little something else, I decided to do one of my favorite eyeshadow tricks, and that is take that leftover eyeliner and sweep it underneath so we kind of have a double cat wing going on. I really like this look and I thought it fit perfectly for it, so I figured I might as well do it. For mascara, I'm just using my Lash Blast Volume. I really wanted to use falsies for this, but I don't have any lash glue. I'm like out of so many makeup products, I suck. So just applying that, and once the eye makeup is done, we can move back up to the face, and I'm going to be using this Madam Glam blush and just very, very lightly taking this on my cheeks because it is very highly pigmented, and packing that there. For my highlight, I'm using my Jeffree Star Cosmetics King Tut highlighter, which is a very beautiful golden highlight. I will have a haul coming soon, so just stay tuned for that. And I'm just putting that on the high points of my cheeks, down my nose, on my forehead, on my Cupid's bow, all the usual normal stuff. And then for my lips, I wanted a beautiful red, so of course I'm going to be using Jeffree Star Cosmetics Velour Liquid Lipstick in the shade Unicorn Blood. You can do any lip color that you want. Black would look really good, purple, whatever you kind of want to do for your pirate look. Just do whatever. This is a very easy, straightforward tutorial. It's just one of those last minute things that I figured I would throw on here since we are very, very close to Halloween, only 2 days away, which is crazy. So after outlining my lips with just a dark red Avon pencil, I am just shaking up my liquid lipstick and applying a decent amount of this on my top and bottom lip, making sure that we are getting full opacity and pigmentation and coverage on our lips. After you finish the makeup part of everything, here's how it all turned out. You can go ahead and let your beautiful, long, thick, glorious pirate hair down. And now it is time for the rest of the costume. So the first thing you're gonna need is bandanas. You can use whatever bandanas you want, whatever color, whatever style. It's totally up to you. I decided to rock this black one with the skulls, and I'm just taking that in kind of a triangle shape, and tying that in the back of my head. This just kind of gives a little bit of a cool effect and a little bit of a peekaboo underneath our pirate hat. Then I am also adding in a necklace. I picked this one because it looked kind of like rustic and pirate-esque. I don't know, I thought it looked really cool. And then of course, obviously, the pirate hat. I got this one for $8.99 at Spirit Halloween. It's just a really gorgeous brown distressed pirate hat, and it fit me really well. The bandana definitely helped it fit a little bit better. And then of course you can't forget that one hoop earring, because that just puts this whole look together. So what you could do is you could leave the look like this and just go as a very sexy, glamorous pirate. But of course, we all know Bree, and we know Bree can't go anywhere Halloween without some blood. So I'm removing all of my costume things, and I'm going in with my zombie blood spray, which just gives a really kind of cool splattered blood effect on whatever part of your body you want. And I'm taking this and spraying this kind of all over my face just at random. And then I'm also going in with my finger and just kind of dabbing everything out so it looks kind of like spread out and old and all that stuff. I don't know. I really, really liked this touch, and I definitely needed this because I need blood. To be extra cool, you could also add in some contacts of your choosing. I just put in one brown one and one black one, or you just don't have to wear any contacts at all. But overall, here is what the completed pirate makeup look looks like. I really, really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you go as any of the Halloween makeups that I posted this year, make sure you go ahead and tag me on social media. I hope you all have a very awesome, safe Halloween. I love you guys so, so much. Make sure, as always, if you did enjoy this video, be sure to give a huge, huge thumbs up for me, and don't forget to go down and subscribe to my channel. But until then, I will see you guys in my next one. Happy Halloween!